Ever tried to start something new, like a new habit, a new goal, like working out, read a book, or eat healthy, but after a couple days, a couple tries, you just give up? This is known as procrastination, and today I'll show you why this happens and how to overcome it. Hi, my name is Dana and welcome back to Right on Track. We talk everything about mindset, alignment, money, and habits that create real freedom. Today, I want to talk about this topic that I think it's important because it happens to all of us, and it's procrastination. Now, procrastination is known like you decide to procrastinate, but neuroscience explains why this happens in two ways. So one of the ways is just how we form habits. So in previous videos, we talk about how habits are formed. Habits are neural pathways in our brain. The more repetition, the more emotion, the stronger that neural pathway is formed. So if I say I'm going to do something and then I don't, that becomes a habit. So the second part, or the second reason why this happens, is something that used to happen to me a lot, especially as a young mom. It's called cognitive overload. And this is when you're processing too many ideas and too many emotions at the same time. So let me explain you how this happens. So as a young mom, I used to carry a lot of responsibility with kids, but there was so much more I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to start working out. I wanted to start reading more. I wanted to decorate the house. There was just so much more. But at the same time, there was so much emotion behind every single activity I wanted to do. My brain just couldn't, after just trying to do all these things after a couple of days, I just feel exhausted emotionally, mentally, physically. And this is called cognitive overload. So let me explain you this from a neuroscience perspective. We have the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for motivation, decision making, and all the logic things. And then we have the amygdala. The amygdala is more like the instinctive part of the brain. So when we have the logic, motivation, decision-making part of the brain versus the amygdala, which is the instinctive part of the brain, and they're battling against each other, at the end, it just freezes. There's nothing you can do. So I apply these 5 steps to be able to control my amygdala and let my prefrontal cortex take lead in my decision making. So to start, we need to remember the brain loves comfort. So my number 1 step is a micro start. Let's start something, a small version, something that you don't need to think about too much. For example, if I want to work out, my goal is to work out an hour a day. Well, I'm not going to start an hour a day. What I'll do is I'll start perhaps day 1, just stretch to 2 to 5 minutes. It's small, because remember, we want to make sure our brain is in the comfort zone. We don't want to be too uncomfortable, because immediately your brain was going to associate your exercise routine with negative, right? And our brain doesn't like that. So we'll start with something small, and then we'll make sure that we do that perhaps a week or 2 before we increase the time. Number 2 is anchoring this exercise with emotion. So emotion, it strengthens learning. So one of the things that I like to do is play my favorite music, my favorite outfit, or things like that. Something that brings connection to the new habit I'm creating. And so that's going to help my brain be a little bit more excited about this new habit that we're building. Number 3 is remove choices. One of the ways to remove choices is perhaps not driving too far, not having to leave your house. You can do that 2 to 5 minute workout in your bedroom or in a place that you like in your house. So not having to do too much to begin to do this new habit. We want to make sure that you don't have to make too many choices right before we make this new habit. We want to make sure that there isn't too many choices to make on a daily basis just to make this new habit. Number 4 is a small reward. So you can decide what your reward will be. I like to work out and then eat. That's my biggest reward. So I usually train right before dinner, and then I reward myself between my favorite meal with my favorite protein shake, and it just trains my brain that I will be rewarded afterward focus. And then the number 5 is repeat and stack. So repetition is the magic one here. The more you repeat this, the more your brain will be trained and you'll build the stronger neural pathway. So this will be second nature and you can apply it to everything. Reading, studying, learning a new language, anything. And stacking is stacking this new habit with an old one. For example, if I work out right before dinner, I always eat dinner. So this is not something I skip. You could read a book right before your coffee. You could read a book right before bed, and so on. I hope you like this video. This is the best way to help all procrastinators like us to achieve a lot of things, and this has helped me apply it to so many different aspects in my life that I can now accomplish so much more things on a daily basis without being emotionally, mentally tired. I hope you like this video. Write in the comments what new habit are you building and share this video with somebody that might need it. I'll see you next time. Bye.